What's up, G1s? Evan Berman here for the second video entry of Diary of a Retro Gamer. Today we're going to talk about the Nintendo 3DS, which I purchased a couple weeks ago, so I've had some time to familiarize myself with it. Got some good things, a couple cons with it too, but for the most part I've been pretty happy with my purchase. I want to start off by talking about the aesthetics of the system. It's obviously a good looking system, nice, clean. Being that the Zelda version doesn't hurt with the looks either. But I gotta admit, Nintendo did a pretty good job with the looks and the design of the system. The screen is fantastic. It obviously could be a little bigger, but for a handheld that has these kind of 3D capabilities, I can't complain too much. I think the 3D works great. The first time I used it, I thought maybe I might not, like it so much, but I really had no problems with it, except for when my eyes start getting a little tired and they start to droop a little bit, and then the 3D gets out of focus. But when that happens, you can just turn the 3D off and you're good to go. I also like the menu screen on it. The apps and the icons are very colorful, bright, easy to see, easy to use. You can use your touch screen or the analog to select your stuff. Now let's get to my really one and only gripe with the 3DS is the button layout. It seems a little cramped. My thumbs, it's really tough on the thumbs. My thumbs get cramped really easily playing it. Probably because it was designed for little Japanese hands, not my big American hands, so that's probably not an issue for most people, but for me, it can get a little painful at times, I must say, but totally worth it. I gotta say, the graphics on this handheld are really good. A couple games I've been playing, Ocarina of Time 3D and Mario Kart 7, I got nothing bad to say about the graphics whatsoever. They're fantastic. Next, the eShop, I love it. I can play a bunch of old Game Boy games that I haven't played in years. Games like Super Mario Land 1 and 2, probably some of the quirkiest Mario games in the series. I mean, how many Mario games have levels that are basically a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up in them? Because Super Mario Land does. How many Mario games have you played that has character enemies that are Jason heads with swords through the head? Super Mario Land 2 has that. And it's also, I like about Super Mario Land 2, it's completely non-linear. You can go to any world you want, whenever you want. If you die in one world and you don't feel like starting that level over again right now, just go to another world and play through that one. The camera on the 3DS is really cool. I haven't done too much with it, but come on, you can take 3D video with it. I mean, that's pretty impressive for a system that's base price is $160. I mean, what are you paying for just a video camera with just regular HD capabilities, let alone 3D? It's totally worth it. I also like how the camera is used in your Mii Maker. No more spending 15 minutes creating a Mii. You just snap a picture. It gives you a base face. You can add any facial hair, regular hair, glasses, whatever you need to add. Another thing I really like about this system is the memory cards. Standard SD cards. No special memory card like the PlayStation makes you buy that costs like $30. And they hold a lot of Game Boy games. Like, I've downloaded about 6 or 8 games and I've barely even touched the capacity of this memory card, so definitely happy with that. It also has a step counter, so when you're playing, turn it off or let it sleep mode and it counts your steps for you. I mean, it's kind of a silly little add-on, but it's a nice feature. I could say that the battery life could be a little bit longer, but for the technology it's putting out, you really can't gripe too much. At least you can USB charge it in any laptop or computer that's around. You know, you don't always need a plug. If you have your, like when I'm at school, if I have my netbook with me, I can just, and my 3DS is running low, I can just plug it into my netbook and keep gaming. The web browser on it, notice it runs a little bit slow. Also, kind of a small gripe. I mean, not many people are going to be using this as internet, a viable internet source, so it does run a little slow. I also don't like the fact that it uses two screens to show one screen. Like the web page will be split between the two screens. I think what they should have done is have the web page here that you can move around with your stylus, and have a magnified version there. I think that would be kind of a cool idea, but in the end, it's not a computer. It's a handheld gaming system. So just having a web browser on it is pretty sweet. Like I said, some of the games I've been playing: Mario Kart 7, freaking sweet game. Just, it's Mario Kart. I gotta say, it's got some cool new weapons, items that you can get. You can get the tail, the Tanuki tail. You can get a power up. It's first time I got it, it was just the number 7. I was like, what is that? And then I see every power up is circling around my car. So you get every power up just by hitting one question block that can really change the race in a second. The online play is cool. I mean, if you'd have told me 15, 18 years ago, whatever it was, when I first played Super Mario Kart on Super Nintendo, that one day I'd be able to sit on my toilet taking a crap playing Mario Kart against people from Japan and Norway. I mean, come on, that's awesome. So yeah, Mario Kart 7, definite thumbs up. Buy it, play the shit out of it. It's great. Also, Ocarina of Time 3D. I haven't gotten too far on it. Obviously, I played that game when I was younger. Haven't played it much since, but they really stepped the graphics up. Obviously, it doesn't look dated like the Nintendo 64 graphics, you know, how they're all blocky and whatnot. And the 3D, it just adds so much depth, no pun intended, to the graphics and the gameplay. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Oh, we'll talk a little bit about some of the Game Boy games that I've downloaded and been playing. Obviously, I already mentioned Super Mario Land 1 and 2, which are fantastic Mario games. Obviously, they're not that long because of the small memory size of the Game Boy cartridges, but if you want to sit down one night and bang out a Mario game in 2, 3, 4 hours, however long it takes, it's definitely a fun time. I've also playing Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the first time, which I've never played any of the Zelda handheld games. I've only played the console ones. I feel that the console ones are really the only ones that matter in terms of the real story of Link and Zelda and Hyrule. You know, the other handheld games are kind of just, they're just made for a handheld to have a Zelda game on a handheld. All these people that try to say that Minish Cap is the first one of the series because that's where he got his cap. I mean, they're just not thinking logically. It was just a handheld game made to sell more copies of the Zelda franchise, and I really don't think they fit really at all into the timeline, the much debated timeline. That's just my opinion. I've got Gargoyle's Quest, tough game. Tough action platformer, but fun, challenging, really good Game Boy game. And then a couple other remake games I've gotten. Dr. Mario Express, you gotta have Dr. Mario. Anytime I'm bored or I need to kill an hour, I can just turn on Dr. Mario, go level 20, and see how far I can get. I've also gotten Kirby's Adventure 3D, which is pretty good. Obviously, it's Kirby's Adventure, but it's in 3D. Obviously, it's the sprites and the characters are a little small for it being a handheld and all, but the 3D graphics work well, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So that's it for 3DS. If you have any questions or comments below, let me know. If you have any ideas for the show, let me know. If you think I suck, let me know. You guys can follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link down below. It's Luminescent Gamer, or at Luminescent Gamer. I'm really new to Twitter. I told myself I'd never join Twitter, but this whole gaming show and everything, it's probably a good idea. So I'll put that link on the bottom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, game on, G1s. Peace.